Hello, so in this video I'll talk about this one thing which is uh, this uh, this showing off thing or kind of which is quite visible in social media or in some other places also. Now I think I have to first of all explain this thing. What does uh, it I mean, all of you have some idea, but from which sense I'm talking about, this needs some explanations, I guess. Because I mean, some people already have something and they are just doing that, so it doesn't mean that this is kind of showing up. For example, if somebody is living in a palace, so he is already living in a palace, so it's not kind of showing up because that's his home. Now, my point is, at the same time, there is some gap here. Let me explain this thing. For example, there are people who always, let's say, some people lives in um, some very luxurious place or luxurious place. They already live there. They are rich. They are kind of there. So basically, let's say Bill Gates. So basically, Bill Gates lives in his financial status. So basically, that's kind of normal to him. It's not, and I'm sure he don't feel it also. Like he's doing some luxury kind of. No, I don't think he feels it. He's doing luxury, not like this. And there are many rich people who lives in another way. That's a different thing. But my point is there. In society we have band different band in the society, um, and when some people from some, let's say, some people lives in middle band, then all of a sudden they somehow got some chances to visit some upper band places, and all of a sudden then they starts posting it in different social media, and then they do it with some kind of exaggeration also, like, I'm doing this, hey, people see it, I can do it, can you do it, you cannot do it, you are poor, kind of this, and uh, but at the same time, just in a few days they just come back to their letter, and but they still keep their vibe that they usually live used to live in the upper band. So basically, but their financial status, their living style, and everything is actually in the middle band. But the middle band friend of his now is now feeling kind of uncomfortable with him because what's going on here, and they are feeling like kind of inferior. This is a kind of problem, and I think this creates some additional problems in the society also, in my understanding. um, for example, this showing off thing, this there is a difference between this showing off and the thing that I already have. So this is not showing off. For example, let's say some people is some people have some luxury car for 10 years, 20 years. Those who are living in some living with some luxury cars in, like, for 20 years, 30 years, or 50 years, from their generation, from their parents' generation, they never just take the picture of that car from different angles and then post it in the social media. They don't do it because this is their life, and they see no reason to post their personal life in the social media. But those people who just all of a sudden rent that car for one day, they actually post all these stuffs in the social media. That's the problem. That's because they do not belong there, and they do not know how to handle it, and then they post it in social media, and the other band of the people, other guys there down there, feels inferior, and they becomes crazy. Oh my god, he is doing that, why we are not doing that? Now this another feelings starts coming, growing, but which is not which was unreal, and that unreal thing starts putting some real scar in some people's minds and their lives, and their life becomes messed up in different way. because there are many people who are simple and they usually believes everything. They do not have the this is not their fault. They do not, everybody do not have the power for critical reasoning and all these things, and that's the thing. So basically, then this creates social kind of imbalance, and this is growing and growing, and this is not for and this is not healthy. My point is this is not healthy. If you are living somewhere already, that's your life. Suppose you are living in New York, you are living in Venice, you are living in Singapore, you are living anywhere, that's your life. So but someone goes to Las Vegas, someone goes to for just one night, and all of a sudden he makes everything like blah, 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 and then see the other people, like showing the other people, but he do not have ability to go there for another day, stay there another day. Money is finished. So basically he belongs here, but somehow he got some money, or somehow he sold some of his possession, then went there, or he have taken money from other sources, like lending the money, and then have done it. So basically this is kind of, this is his look. The thing is, he can take the picture for himself, because this is some kind of personal accomplishment that he have done. This is for him, this because this is just for one day. This is for him, like one day I went there. So that someday he can look at the picture and he can feel like, okay, I'm good, I went there at least. But this is not for others. If he goes to Las Vegas like every day, like he just not every day, let's say he have the ability to go there for like at least 20-50 times a year, no problem, it doesn't hamper his personal life, personal expenses, it doesn't matter, everything is fine, then he lives, we can say he is living that life. So that's a different thing. And basically you will see the people who actually have that ability do not post it in the social media, because he knows the value, he knows that he is living that life. Why he will let other people know about that? You see the difference. And my point is, the problem is when somebody posts this in the social media, these second class people, I said, as I mentioned, this creates another problem in the society that people is feeling is these people who is posting is actually in some superiority complex he is in, and he makes his friends and other people, surrounding people, feeling inferior. So basically this superiority and inferiority complex starts growing up, and this creates some imbalance. This creates some imbalance. This is not healthy. This is not healthy for anything. This is quite disturbing, and many people do not understand it, and that's why they make the society and other things kind of imbalanced, and even their life also. For example, suppose I went to some luxury place, and started showing off, then when I will come back again to my actual place, my friends will not take me as they used to as they used to greet me before. Then they'll poke me with different types of things. You went there, now you became rich, blah blah blah. Then I have to keep that status now, like the fake status that I made. I have to keep that status now, or else I have to come back to their level once again, which is now again weird, because you have taken some you started living something, you started showing something down, then you are coming back, which is also now quite weird. So basically you see the problem is making, or the friends, some of the friends will now ask for more assistance, more help, more support from you, as they now are seeing you are living in some higher status, so they will come, in society we have this thing. So all these things is happening, and at the same time there are another reasons also for this. For example, those my point is, those who are living in some rich ladder, in some higher place of the social ladder, but they definitely have every rights to live there. But the problem is, when this flip-flop thing starts happening, then it creates the problem in imbalance in the society. At the same time, there are many poor people in the society. They feel and they used to, for example, they used to see some person with them, or in some like respected position from their point of view. All of a sudden they started showing up, and then that is poor people feel feel awkward to face that person, and at the same time this is kind of not looking. Now, in society there will be always some people who will do this show off thing, and I know, and but this is kind of I thought this is kind of disturbing. I mean, if I look at the situation, because I see some psychological problem in their mind also, if I look at them, because when they come back to the society once again, I see they are kind of facing different types of problems in adapting with it once again, and they create new fake atmosphere in that place, and at the same time that new fake atmosphere also starts creating another problem. That showing off thing starts brings more things like muscle power, then another thing. Basically, this is kind of power, I will say, or some kind of foam thing. There is no power, but it looks like there is huge amount of power in some place. This kind of fog or foggy thing, or some other names you can give, but this is this is not healthy. My point is, this is not healthy. People are not there are many famous people who said the people sometimes, many people makes the normal thing abnormal, kind of this. Now you will say this is kind of an element in the society. This is how people make the life beautiful, colorful, interesting. I will agree with that, but my point is there is some check and balance required, so that it's not hurting other people. That's my point. And that's, for example, many people, even in my social media, in my Facebook, I haven't given my current professional position. I never give, because I worked in primary school, I worked in high school, I worked in college, I worked in pre-university program. Now I'm work. So if I have many people living in different ladders, and most of them are my friend, and if I start posting everything in the social media, they will feel like, oh my god, that people was my friend, now he is where, and now where I am, my life is shit. They will start feeling like this if I start posting all the things every day, and start posting all the places in the city I go, and all the high profile people we made it just for our professionalism. This is not my personal kind of thing. This is just professional. This is just normal for us, but this may seem kind of different thing to these people, and this will affect this other people's feelings. That's why I never post it in any of the places, in any of the social media, and it's not creating any problem for me. My point is, if I post it, then it will create problem. If not for me, for others. So basically, what's the use of this posting? What's the use of this showing off? They will feel like I am someone great. What's the use of this? I'm already someone. I'm already living in some higher level than them in some higher place. I mean, in some sense, if you consider it. But as a people, I see no difference between them and me. Just they are working in one place, I am working in another place. They are the way they work in one way, the way I work in another way. But sometimes when I go back and talk to them, and then I feel like they are my people, they are my buddies, they are my friends, and some of the things I can connect with them, and they can connect with me more naturally, more easily, more effectively, more nicely, and more joyously. That is really life is so beautiful there. So that's my point. It's not if you show off, and then if you create some gap there in between you and other people, then basically you are losing something. That's the thing. There is a very interesting element there, and if you lose that things, basically you are missing this. That's very interesting. Life is very interesting when you go back in different and you move on. Then basically you feel it. You feel the vibrant colors of life, and that's a very interesting thing. Anyway, the show off thing that's my point of view on this issue, on this matter, on this thing. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.